Hello, hello. I figured I would just chitty chat for a minute while I am here. I just came back from my sister's house. She is celebrating her 60th birthday. She looks great. I'll put some footage in of her dancing and celebrating right about here. And I think decided to turn on the camera because as I was leaving, like I was just thinking, it was a good time. Music, drinks flowing, food flowing, pizza, hot wings, this, that, and the other. And I did not partake. I had water and I had some tea, which is fine because I'm getting better with preparing myself before I go to certain things. So I had baked some salmon, so I had some salmon before I went over there. And I didn't even desire the pizza. And this is no disrespect to anybody that eats chicken. I think this happened because I'm PMSing also. Um, they had ordered some hot wings, and for some reason, the smell just made me like nauseous. I was like, whoa. I don't know why. So, no disrespect. If you eat chicken, that's just what happened to me sometimes when I smell meat. Not often. A lot of times it might happen with pork. Like I can smell pork a mile away, bacon, and it's just like, ugh. No disrespect. If you eat it, you do what works for you, okay? So long story short, um, I was able to dip out. I was the DJ for a minute. And my music got disconnected, so I was like, "Hey, this is an opportunity for me to dip out," because I was starting to get a little bit hungry, and I met with my nutritionist today.
Okay. Is that a bad thing though, or a good thing? How are we interpreting that?
Well, the reason why I mention it because there were a couple of days last week when I was like having this little freak out moment because I thought the scale wasn't moving, and then I'm tracking my calories, but having the more protein, it is more filling. And then I found out that I was also under eating. Like I wasn't getting enough calories in. I got in more protein and it filled me up. But then if I got busy, I'm just like, oh, I didn't have dinner. I didn't have dinner. I'm just going to go to bed, right?
Oh,
That's fine because they always say less calories is better. But then what I found was that was making the weight like not move because I was under eating. And so when I started to track and eat within the calorie range, I'm still doing the I forgot what you call it, the flex calorie schedule where I'm eating.
calorie cycling.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm still
Yeah,
doing
like 4
that.
weekends, whatever. Yeah,
Mhm. And so what I've noticed, even though getting in more protein is important for me, but I have noticed sometimes that depending on how much protein I'm getting in, and it's never up to the 250 or whatever like I thought I was supposed to do. I do like the thought of trying to make the amount of protein in grams to my goal weight opposed to my current weight. um,
yeah.
but when I get in the more protein, sometimes I'm not hungry and then I'm completely under eating.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be a problem then. Yeah.
And one thing that he was really inspiring me was to make sure that I don't undereat too much because it just knocks you off and then you just have to keep cutting calories lower and lower and lower. And when I looked at my calorie count for today, I um close to almost 400 calories. Almost 400 calories under. So what I'm going to do um because I don't want to be 400 calories under. That's just silly foolishness. I'm gonna have a smoothie, have a fruit smoothie, and I used to be one of those people, and sometimes I still feel like I still can be that, where I'm like, oh no, I'm doing intermittent fasting and don't eat after 8. But just like I was talking um, with my nutritionist about, sometimes the time that you eat, the calories are the main point. So this is what he was saying. He showed me this really helpful diagram that talked about adherence on this side of the triangle, and then on this side of the triangle it had calories was the lower level, then right above that it had macros, then right above that I think it had composition, And then above that, I think it might have been one thing, I'm missing something. And then it was like hydration and multivitamins, right? And the basic thing that he was explaining to me is that calories, without a doubt, is the most important thing. So get the calories right first. Oh, the other thing within that triangle was time, duh, which is what made me think of it. So the basic thing is get the calories right first. Try to make sure that you're eating. If you undereat, don't let it be, for me, this is what he was prescribing for me. Remember, we talking about me. You do what works for you. But this is what he was prescribing for me. If you do undereat, try not to make it be anything. Don't undereat so much to the point where you are more than 100 calories under. So if my calorie count right now is actually 17, like 17, close to 18, but 17 Monday through Thursday, so that I can do calorie cycling and enjoy some extra calories on the weekend if need be. And that was the plan. My sister's supposed to have a tattoo party Saturday, but we're supposed to be getting some bad weather, so I don't even know if she's still going to do that. So I was going to just save up some calories for Saturday so I can enjoy myself a little bit more at that party. I just know that I couldn't do both. So we're not partying on Thursday and Saturday. If you want to do that, God bless you real good. That's all right. You do. You do what works for you. But just in talking to my nutritionist, he's like, make sure you get those calories in, because what you don't want to do is be too far under calories, because it really can shock your metabolism a little bit. And then what will have to happen essentially is we'll have to bring my calorie count up to maintenance when my body gets to that point that it's plateauing. And I just think that it can plateau a little bit quicker if you are constantly under eating. And I was having a habit of doing that. I learned that I was under eating a bit because I was so basically scared about gaining the weight. I mean, that's why I say this thing is mental. When you lose a certain amount of weight, you know you can't go back. You know you don't want to be stuck in the wilderness like the children of Israel got out of Egypt, and then they just hung in the wilderness. I don't want to hang in the wilderness. I want to get to the promised land, which for me is Wonderland 100 something. I do have a specific goal, but I'm shooting to get to 1 something, and that's currently 54 pounds away, 55 pounds away, right? So under eating does not serve me. And the bottom line is, whatever is at that base of that triangle, which is the calories, that is the most important part. It doesn't mean that those other factors, as far as the macros, because that's one thing that I was doing. I was trying to get in enough protein, because people say protein is important. So I was trying to get in more protein. And sometimes what would happen is I would have the protein, and because I had the protein, now I am not as hungry. I wasn't as hungry. And so then I was under eating, and like not in a good way. Like under eating to the point where it was almost 400 calories that I was under eating. Just to let you know, instead of 2 tablespoons, I'm putting in 1 tablespoon of Skippy. I put some fruit in there. I'm not going to do this cinnamon bun because I don't like cinnamon and peanut butter, but I do have some Vega chocolate. So we're going to have a little dessert. What was I saying? Calories is the most important thing. And I was under eating too much, which was when I was getting a little bit frustrated when my weight didn't. Oh, I had some footage. Guess what? Also, I had footage from last week, basically pouting. And I was going to add it to this week, but I don't know. I think on the way home, I just was like, you know what? The footage for whatever reason, maybe that was just God saying, maybe you don't need to be that vulnerable, girlfriend. Maybe you need to scale it back. Maybe that's just for your eyes only. Maybe that is just for you to have an understanding of how you feel about things. So, I'm deciding not to add the footage of me darn near having a mental breakdown. I wasn't having a mental breakdown, but I was just complaining about how hard it is because I recognize that it's hard. And the realization is, because I love my family and I love being around them, and whether you're with your family or you're with friends or whomever you are hanging around, if you live in America, oftentimes food and drinks are involved. Even at church, they do a monthly get together thing. And so at the monthly thing, what did they have? Pizza, but thankfully they also had salad. So I did have salad and I did have one of those seltzer sodas. So I wasn't just sitting there hungry. And with my sister's house, I prepared my mind to know that I was not going to eat. I didn't know what they were going to eat or drink. Because at first I was like, I'm not going to go. But I'm like, no, she's turning 60. How often do you turn 60? And we are supposed to get bad weather tomorrow. So I didn't want to not go. And then Saturday's plans are canceled. So let me just go. Let me eat first and all of the things. Recognizing how hard it is just the reality of the things. But one thing that I can say about my family is I think people are, I don't know if they understand or not, to be honest with you, but I do know that they're not saying anything anymore. Like there was a while in the beginning where it was like, you're not drinking? Why you ain't drinking? You ain't eating? Why you ain't eating? Now it's just like, you might see people look and just like, there she go with that water bottle. There she go drinking that water. Okay, do you, sis, because I'm going to turn up. And guess what? That's how it's supposed to be. I'm going to mind my business, and you going to mind your business. I'm not judging nobody by what they eat and drink, and you don't have to judge me by what I eat and drink. I love that we're getting to that point. I say all that to say, I'm not the type of person that's going to starve myself, right, though? There are times that if for some reason I am still hungry when I am eating within the calorie range, usually what causes that is because I'm eating something that's heavily processed, that's filled with fat and sugar, no fiber, and that's the composition part of the food. So yeah, I wanted to just jump on to tell you that I'm gonna have me a smoothie. And I am grateful that my family they might not even understand it. They might be thinking in their minds, girl, don't take all that. But all I know is I weigh 250 and y'all don't. When I'm at events at church, because I'm sure the people at church was looking like, oh, girl, lighten up. I'm sure you're on a journey, but one piece of pizza is not going to hurt you. If you just partake in one piece of pizza at every daggone event, keep in mind, I work in community outreach, even though we haven't been doing any work too much. No, Monday, MLK Day, same thing. So Sunday was offered pizza and cookies. I had the salad and the seltzer. Monday was MLK Day. There was a day of service, and we went with the students to do some blood pressure screenings. They offered a continental breakfast with danishes. So if I partake at every time the food is offered, maybe that's how you got yourself in the situation you in. So, I don't know. But this is where we are. This is where we are. About to have a smoothie. Good night. Makes you, first of all, you sleep better. It helps your mental health. But when I heard you guys were doing free consults, I just wanted to know where I was. What am I doing something wrong? Is there something that needs to change? All the good things.
No, I mean, just based off of what you told me, you have an excellent grasp on what you should be doing. Variety is super important.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything that you would like if you want me to create a program, to kind of mix in what you're already doing.
Mm-hmm.
Weight training to me is paramount. It everyone from 3 years old to 90 years old should be lifting weights. They should be doing something, we want to make our bones strong, our muscles strong. And then even with, cardio, people kind of put cardio on a pedestal, right? And it is important. I'm not saying it's not important. We need to train our heart, to react to different stressors, so we have to do cardio. So it increases mobility, it increases strength. I'm just a huge advocate for weight training. So so if how about if I want to create a program for you, a weight training program, and you can tell me, like, hey, I've done these before, give me something harder, or whatever it may be, but I want to create a program for you for free weights. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you use free weights, or do you usually use machines?
I do a mix.
Okay. And a decent workout in 10 minutes, but you're also creating that behavior change. You're taking time for yourself. You're making it a priority. You're putting it on your calendar. You know what I mean? So
I love that.
Even if it's 10 minutes, like, sometimes I'm not always here. I have 2 children at home. I put my kid down for a nap. I'm like, I got 15 minutes. So we'll start with 2 days a week. We'll do maybe a little bit more of an upper body focus.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll say 35, 45 minutes. Maybe not even, I guess we'll do that. We'll work in some cardio as well, just as a warm-up.
Yeah, that's good.
If you want me to show you some of the other pieces of cardio out there, if you're unfamiliar with them, I can show you that as well, just to have a variety with the cardio. Some core work, if you're okay with that.
I probably need to do core work, because the only time I get it is at bar.
Yes, so core is vital, okay? Especially if we're creating a weight training program. Yes. If you do not have a strong core, everything else is going to be that much harder, okay? So I'm going to create a program for you. Give me a couple days to put it together.
Okay. Good morning. I just wanted to jump in real quick. It is Tuesday, January 23rd. It is 6 a.m. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't show you the true time. I've been up since 3. And if you know me, not getting sleep, that's a problem. And I was just talking about this with a few people about these hormones, perimenopause, PMS. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm going to just try to press through. Track my calories, still go to the gym. I'm up and dressed because I'm gonna go into work early. The folks that get there early are probably gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" If I go in by 7 or a little before 7, just get off at 3, go straight to the gym, because I know as the day goes on, your girl's gonna start to crash. And I'm quite nervous about the weigh-in this week, even though I've been doing really, really good. The scale this morning said 256, and I feel like I've been PMSing for a while, so maybe my body is starting to just say no cycle. I have no idea. But I just wanted to jump on and just say that this is what's happening in my life right now. Got up, read some scripture, did some prayer, rode the bike for 15 minutes, was listening to Tony Evans, dressed, honey. 6 a.m. Been up since 3. I said, Alexa, what time is it? I could have swore she was going to say 4:30. You know what she had the nerve to say? She said 2:57 a.m. And I was trying to lay there, like, go back to sleep, go back to sleep. Yeah. I'm still tracking. I don't know how the scale will look come Thursday, because it's Tuesday. Whew. It's quite the journey. Quite the journey. I'll see y'all that way in. They're so cute. I love when you're still in this day and age get a chance to see little kids being respectful. They're on their way to school. And he was crossing the street and was like, oh, I'm like, you're okay. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, cutie. Anyway, good morning, party people. today is January the 25th. God bless the crossing guards. January the 25th, 2024, of course. Thursday, check-in day. And guess what, y'all? 254.8. Were you excited to see that it's the same exact weight as last week? Yeah. The scale was moving, I will tell you that. Yesterday it was like 254.2. It was like all over the place, but I don't know what's happening with my body. I don't. Because technically my cycle should have been on by now. So maybe she's trying to stop. I don't know. I'm going to make an appointment because I know there's all kinds of symptoms happening. Hot flashes, low tolerance for foolery. So, that is where we are this week. But let me tell you, I'm never going to get up on here and lie. Integrity is just, thank you, God, for everything. So I'm not going to be up on here lying. So we're at 254.8. I'm tired of being in the 54s. I would love to be in the 240s by February, and that is possible. But I will tell you this, I started a new workout plan, and by now you already saw the footage of me having a consultation with the PT, personal trainer, and expert at my job. And so she gave me this plan. The plan is bomb. When I looked at it, I can tell you, you know what? Yeah, I'll just finish because that's rude to start and be like, I'll tell you that next week. I underestimated the workout. I did. What I can do next week is share it and show you it if you want it. If you want it, drop a thumbs up or a heart down in the comments. If not, I won't really waste time doing it. But because this morning, I don't know why I'm feeling, I'll tell you why. Stop lying, Flo. I'm feeling pretty good this morning because albeit the scale was 254.8. I know that sometimes that happens when I do a heavy lift. And yesterday that workout did include some lifting. So I did like a back squat with the weights on. And so because I'm like, you know what, this is insane. I know and feel my body changing. I am even talking to me differently, which is so important because self-talk, if you have negative self-talk, I'm telling you, it's just going to stop you from reaching your goals. And I ain't say that, Zig Ziglar said it, but there's a whole bunch of other studies that show and prove talking to yourself better, talking out loud about things to come helps, So, and I'm not trying to be super new agey, right? You have to renew your mind. This is still stuff that Jesus or comes from the Bible too, right? So because I'm like, I got on the scale, and I be calling myself a fit girl. You are a fit girl. You a fit babe. Come on, you can do this. Fit girl, and that's what I say. That is how I get myself moving when I don't feel like it. Well, fit girls will eat like this. Fit girls will go ahead and pay $3 for a bottle of water. So I just put that mindset. Fit girls will get their tails up in the rain and go to the gym. Fit girls, so you a fit girl. You can do this. Fit girls do this, you can do this. Fit woman, fit lady. So when I saw 254.8, I'm like, I get that, but you know what? I feel my body changing. So remember those pants? I tried on some pants. I was very transparent in showing that the pants didn't fit, that the gut was gutting. So I hung those pants on my closet door. The way my room is, my bed faces the smaller closet. And I hung the pants on the closet door so I can look at them every day. And this is, let's turn the heat down. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if you couldn't hear me and I'm screaming the whole time. But this is why my nutritionist also reminds me to focus on non-scale victories. Are your clothes fitting differently? Are you feeling better? Can you walk up a flight of stairs and not be as exhausted? These are just some ways that you can understand that you are becoming healthier. Of course, weight loss and fat loss is the goal. because 254 is just too big for my height. So we do need to keep losing, right? I'm not being delusional and saying that, oh my God, all right, this week was that. That's okay. It is okay. I know I still have to lose fat, but for whatever reason, the number is what it is today. So I tried on those pants. I did. And they fit. Albeit still very tight. I swear I sound like a smoker when I laugh and cough sometimes when I just wake up. It's my allergies. But baby, I would not wear them suckers out the house because I probably couldn't breathe. But I needed a win. Because I'm like, I recognize how I've been working hard. I recognize how I have been my diet has been so on point. There was one day when it wasn't that on point because my daughter-in-law to be is the sweetest. She's so sweet. And she had a tea party with her niece, and her niece made some really cute baskets for me, being her future husband's mom, and for her mom. So they dropped the baskets off. Man, listen, I was telling somebody, I was telling my sister-in-law, I had her cracking up because I said, when I tell you my diet has been so on point, like so on point, amazingly on point, right? But when I tell you, passing up things at events and not even being bothered, like it wasn't even bothering me, like boom, yeah, I just don't want it. At the store, tempted a couple of times, but like, you know what, I'm not going to buy it because if you don't buy it, it will not be in the house. And I said, the daggone devil. The devil will find a way. I am so thankful that Allura is as sweet as she is. Thank you, sweetheart, for the wonderful gift. What I tell you, I'm minding my business. Oh, we about to stop by. We have a surprise for you. I didn't know what the surprise was. Knock on the door. And she was driving, so she had the niece do it. And she's like, here, a plate of goodies. I didn't ask for it. I was minding my business. And so that probably was a slip up. That was one day, and I did engage. And she was very mindful. Like, it was cute. I'll pop a video because I took a video of it. So that was on Sunday. That is the only by far slip up. I've been tracking my calories. And if you don't like to track, I would encourage you to at least do it for a week, because it really does help you have a better understanding and the idea of how you are eating. It helps me to understand. Let me tell you something. Some of the times, my problem was not overeating. I was undereating. I was undereating at moments, and that, for me, slows my body down. My body's like, hold up, what we doing? We trying to starve? So, an amazing week. So, long story short, I tried those pants on, and they fit. I'm gonna pop up footage of when they didn't fit. I'll pop it up as I am chatting to you all, and I'll pop up footage when they did fit. So we are going into week 9 on a high. Yes, we are. I'm headed to the gym to try to make bar class. I did wake up a little late today. I just was as you saw right before this clip, I had been struggling with sleep, hormones all over the place. I don't know why. I'm making an appointment. I do know why. I'm 50 years old. So anyway, gonna try to make it to bar, and I'll see you next week.